Good morning, guys. It's Doug from DougCooks.net. Today we're going to be doing instructional videos on how to make pizza. Okay, so starting real quickly, I have 1 cup of tepid water, about 90 degrees, with 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of yeast. As you can see, the yeast is activating with the sugar and it is foaming. That means your yeast is alive. If it does not foam, it means your yeast is dead and you must get new yeast. Okay, moving on, I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use bread flour, it doesn't matter, but I have all-purpose today. It works well with, and you can see on top of that, pink salt. I have 1 teaspoon of pink salt, and then I will add a tablespoon of olive oil. It can be extra virgin or pure, it doesn't matter. Moving over here to our yeast. This is a brick of yeast that I bought on Amazon. It's also an instant yeast. It arrived a couple days ago. It'll work just fine. And what I am using today is Fleischmann's active dry yeast. So those are the ingredients you're going to need for your pizza dough. I will be back shortly with the next installment. See you soon. Hi guys, it's me again. Okay, we're going to start with our dough. We're going to move quickly. So what we have is our 3 cups of all-purpose flour, our pink salt. Into the bowl it goes. Okay, we have our yeast and 1 cup of water. That's all foaming. It's ready to go. In it goes. Okay, now you might want to just hold on to a little extra water because this is a feel thing, and you're just going to have to play with it and get the right consistency. But those are your basics right now. So what I use, spatula, just get in, start mixing, okay? And scrape the sides. And while you're doing that, you're going to add 1 tablespoon olive oil. That's all it is. Water, yeast, salt, flour, sugar. Done. Okay? So you're going to mix this. Your spatula is going to sort of like, it's going to work like a dough hook, like when you're mixing, if you get a mixer. But this, I think, works really well. So, as you can see, it's pulling away from the sides, and it's starting to ball up, okay? And that is step 1 of mixing your dough. See that? Looks good. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to stop now, okay? We're going to stop now. Hello. Hi, Jane. We're going to stop now. Okay, hi, guys. This is our 3rd installment, and we're going to get into kneading the dough, okay? So as you can see, we mixed our flour, and it's sticky. It will be sticky, and that's okay. That's what she said. Anyway, so we're going to dust some flour here. We're going to dump this out, and I've cleaned my hands. Make sure you wash your hands, gang. You probably haven't heard that enough yet, have you? So anyway, we're going to flour this up, and it will be sticky to start with. So what we're going to do is we're going to push this out and pull it back. We're going to turn it. We want it to turn it the same way each time because you don't want to undo your kneading, okay? Okay, so you're going to push it out. You're going to pull it back. You're going to push it out. You're going to pull it back. Push it out. You're going to pull it back. Now it's still a little sticky, so I'm going to add more flour. Push it out, pull it back, push it out, pull it back, push it out, pull it back. Just like that, okay? And you're just going to keep turning it the same way each time you do it, okay? You're going to do this 30 times the first time, then you're going to let it rest, okay? 30 times and then let it rest. And then by then, if it's smooth and shiny, you're good to go. Then we're going to let it rest, and then we're going to knead it again. Okay? So we will stop here, and I will continue to knead. Okay, we have just kneaded the dough 30 times, okay? And now we're going to let it rest. This is what your dough is going to look like. Okay? We'll be back shortly in another installment. See ya. Hi guys, we're back. The dough has now rested for 10 minutes after our first knead of 30 times, okay? The first knead, you're gonna knead the dough 30 times. So the dough is relaxed now, as you can see, from sitting here 10 minutes. So we're gonna do the final knead, which is 50 strokes, and then we're going to ball it up and allow it to rise for an hour and a half, okay? So here we go. Pull it out, bring it back, pull it out, bring it back, pull it out, bring it back, and again, we're turning it the same time each time, okay? So we're gonna stop here. Hi guys, okay. We're down to the last couple needs here, and as you can see, the dough, it's got a nice shiny feel, real shiny, smooth feel to it. That's what you're looking for, okay? So we'll do a couple more, and then we're going to place it on into a clean, dry bowl with a little bit of olive oil so it can rise, and the olive oil will keep it from sticking. So there we go. So this is what we're looking for. See this? Now, smooth side up, you're going to turn it over, and you're going to pinch the bottom. Pinch all the sides together, just like that, okay? You're going to put the pinch side down, okay? Just roll it in the olive oil. It's like one teaspoon. And we're going to cover it with plastic, and we're going to let it rise. Okay guys, what I've done, I got my dough ball in here, oiled up, put it, covered it with plastic wrap. Now a little tip to help this rise is I've preheated my oven at 350 degrees for about a minute, and then I turn it off, okay? You want to turn it off, make sure it's off, okay? So it's warm because, you know, it's a cooler day in Pennsylvania, and this is a good tip to help your dough rise. So what I'm going to do, here it goes into a slightly warmed oven, set my timer for an hour and a half, and we'll see you in a little bit. Hello, we're back. Okay, it's been an hour and a half, and my dough has risen to twice its size, which is a very good thing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take it out, we'll punch it down, punch it down, okay? Take it out. What we're going to do is we're going to shape it and get it ready for the final rise, and then we're going to make pizza, okay? So what we're going to do is going to pull in all the sides, okay? All the sides, and pinch it like we did before. Jane's doing my camera work, okay? So we're going to pinch it, you put it in your hand, spin it around, and pinch it like so. Now, once again, the pinch side is going to go down. So I put flour on the table. It's going to go right down here, like so. And I'm going to hit it with flour on top. Okay? And this is going to be for the last rise here. Okay, so I have some plastic wrap. It's going to go on top of the floured side. And we're going to put a towel on top of it. We're going to put a towel on top of it. Like that. Okay, it's going to rise for 45 minutes, and then we'll be ready to make pizza. I'm going to shape the other one, put it back in the bowl, cover it up, and let that rise too. Okay, so we'll do the same thing here. Control the sides. Like so, spin it around. Pop it back in here. I'm going to cover it up. Like so. And then put this aside. Be back in 45 minutes. Okay guys, I'm back. We're going to put together a pizza, okay? First things first. On my pizza paddle over here, we're going to flour it, okay? This will keep the dough from sticking to make it easy to launch it into the oven. The oven is preset at 550 degrees, okay? It's all ready to go, and this has done its final raise. So we're going to shape the pizza. I'm going to try to be quick about this, okay? We're going to press it down the center. We're going to turn it. I'm going to press it down the center again. We don't want to take it all the way out to the edge. We want to make sure we have our crust here, okay? We're going to flip it over. We're going to do the same thing again, okay? Turn it, and we're going to press it, and we're going to channel that crust like so. Okay? You probably will do that one more time. Yes, you will do that one more time, not probably. Anyway, okay, we got the shape here. Now, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch this. I'm going to let gravity do its work, see? And you're just going to turn it, okay? You don't want it too thin, otherwise it'll tear. Okay, you're going to get a good feel for this after doing this a couple times, and it looks like we are ready. You don't want it too thin, guys, before you put it in the oven, because when you put your sauce and your cheese and everything else on it, if it's too thin, it will stick to your baking stone, and you don't want that. So with the flour on there, you can see it moving. That's what you want to make it an easy launch to go into the oven. So you want to shape that nicely, and then we'll add our toppings. We're doing a basic pizza here with cheese and sauce and a little bit of oregano. It's kind of like a boardwalk style. So we're going to put on here. Just going to spit it out. I have made my tomato sauce recipe that's on my website, dougcooks.net. And you don't want a ton of sauce, okay? You don't want this drowning in sauce. Okay, you can see that. Take it to the edge, right to the crust edge, and like so. Keep doing that. Take it all the way out to the edge, like so. Just using a little spoon, a tablespoon here, just that way I can evenly spread this. Unfortunately, guys, I don't deliver. Okay. Well, hope you guys are doing well out there with this lockdown. Hope you're enjoying your downtime. I know it's a crazy time. So if you got flour and yeast at home, hopefully you can make yourself a pizza. I got some fresh mozzarella. And again, you don't want tons of toppings. I prefer, I mean, do what you want. Put whatever you want on your pizzas. But I prefer, minimalist approach when it comes to pizza. Okay? And a little bit more. There we go. So it gets evenly spread throughout the whole pizza. A little bit of oregano. Right? Just like so. A little bit of olive oil. A little shot of there on top. Give it a little shake. Make sure it doesn't stick. And we're going to go into the 550-degree oven for about 7 minutes. See that, gang? Right on top there. All right. See you in a few. Me again. Okay. Taking the pizza out of the oven. Take a look at that. That looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get my paddle, get underneath here, take a look. Yeah, it's done. 5 to 7 minutes, and that's what we got, gang. A thing of beauty. Till next time, dougcooks.net.